The Mysterious Girl. It was a cold winter day in the Sun Village. There wasn't many neighborhoods, therefore for this reason they knew each other. Really, this village was a quiet place to live and its residents were happy to belong there. However, the village was a little mysterious because people work in the morning and they close houses door before it can get dark. In this village had a woman which who left at night because they had never been seen in the morning. All neighbors answered themselves what happened to her because she didn't have a relationship with nobody, and what did she do when leave her house. Joseph was a curious boy that every single night he put his head out the windows to look at her and try to guess what she did and where did she go. However, he couldn't hit with this mystery. One night, Joseph could be not else, and he decided to follow her. He wore with dark clothes and left in search of that mystery. That girl walked tirelessly until arrived at this forest where put a strange object into the lake and carefully moved away. The boy hid behind a near tree and further observed all the scene. She walked while she was singing a strange melody that said, "I obey, I am yours until you decide." Joseph didn't understand what this word meant, but promised that he wouldn't find out. That night, Joseph couldn't sleep while thinking about what was going to happen to that strange woman, and from that day on they followed her every night. The girl went through the same routine without any change. So one night Joseph decided to get off of the tree and face the girl. "Don't be scared," said the boy. "I have been watching you night after night, and you'd like to know what torments you." The girl turned pale and with a trembling voice replied, "Is it better that you leave her? I can be dangerous." At the present moment there were loud noises inside the lake, so both of them fled the place. When he arrived at the villa, Joseph tried to talk to her, but he is in tears crying. "I'm threatened by a strange being that lives in the lake. Every night, without fail, I must attend, and so that nothing happens to me, I must bring a jar mat with the finest wool, which I weed throughout the days, because if I don't, that strange being will bring me and sink me into the depths of the lake." Azul, that was the girl's name, told the young boy that years ago an elf visited his house and asked to marry her, and when she refused he cast a spell condemning her to be locked up and alone working for him. Joseph, upon hearing the story, was moved, and he decided to help her because not only was he a good neighbor, but he had gradually fallen in love with that lonely girl. "I will help you," said Joseph. "Let me go to the forest and see how I can help you." The girl agreed. The next night, Joseph decided to go to that lonely forest in order to find the evil sorcerer. However, The path wasn't as easy as the previous night. "What's going on?" he asked himself. Just then a voice answered him. "What are you doing in my forest?" Frightened Joseph looked everywhere, but couldn't find who couldn't be asking that question. Unexpectedly, a little glowing emerged from the depths of the lake and said, "Who told you about this place?" Joseph, a little frightened and with a strong voice, replied, "I have come all the way here to save that girl you have spellbound," he yelled. "She doesn't deserve what you're doing to her." Without warning, the little glowing turned into a terrible dragon, shooting fire from its mouth. "Don't do it!" Joseph squealed. "You don't have the right to hurt the Sunrise people." The dragon, full of fire, tried to grab Joseph and put him into the lake, but the boy ran quickly and with an axe that he had kept cut the tail of the dragon, which made him return to his identity as a glowing and immediately threw himself on top and with the same axe cut his hair, which turned him into an ugly cockroach that fled in the middle of the cool and dark forest. The forest, the trees, the lake become a beautiful landscape which the inhabitants of some village could enjoy from that moment on. The girl, seeing that Joseph had saved her, was eternally grateful. When it was all over, Joseph asked the girl to marry him, which she happily accepted, and thus they lived happily ever